Welcome back to ARC Maine. We are here with our friends from the Center for Wildlife, including Executive Director Kristen Lamb and Fern. And Asia, you were just saying, I mean, her eyes are just gorgeous.
So she looks so sweet. How old is she?
Yeah, so she actually came to us. She was hit by a car in 2018, and she was an adult at that time, so she is at least 7 years old. And I love that you noticed the eyes, because barred owls are one of only 3 species in the whole world that have those like chocolate brown eyes. So the rest of them have like bright yellow or green eyes. So I think it can make them look a lot more human-like.
Yes.
Sure.
Don't they take up a lot of their head?
Yes, they take up a third of their head.
Wow.
Nice job, Katie. And they, you know, our eyes are shaped like eyeballs that roll around in our head. Theirs are actually shaped like giant tubes that hold a lot more cones, rods, and cells that allow them to see into the UV spectrum. They can see heat from their prey. And they also can't roll their eyes around in their head because they are shaped like those giant tubes. So she can turn her head 270 degrees, where humans can only do about 180.
That's incredible. Would you say that car, impacts and being hit by a car is one of their biggest threats?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That and habitat loss. So we admitted over 100 barred owls this winter. All pretty much had been hit by cars. So when people throw food and trash out the window, unfortunately it attracts prey to the road, and then it will attract their predators too, like these guys. And then habitat loss, this species is really adapted to and prefers like the wooded wetland and vernal pool habitat. So when big developments come in and kind of fill in those wetlands and vernal pools, they lose habitat, unfortunately. So those are definitely the 2 biggest threats to them.
And how do they do around humans typically? It seems like she's doing fine, but is this typical for her species?
So her injury was head trauma. So she lost her fear of predators. So that's why she's so calm with us, and she makes a great ambassador. Most wild animals are afraid of us. We look like giant predators. Hi, honey. But
I love when she opens up her wings.
The barred owl species is one that kind of has adapted to, living in people's backyards. People can actually, if you keep old trees that have snags and cavities, that's where they nest. So that's a great way to have barred owls around your yard and neighborhood. They also are a species that will take to nest boxes. So if you put a barred owl nest box in your backyard, you might attract a family. And during nesting season, the babies are eating like 6 rodents a day. So if you think about, if you have a nest of like 3 babies, 2 adults, they can be hunting really over 20 rodents a night. So they do a lot for keeping everything in balance and preventing disease for us.
And why did you want to bring Fern specifically today?
Yeah, so their courtship is just about ending. They break up for the winter during the harshest hunting months like December, January. They come back in February. They do a lot of calling. Their call is really fun, and they're curious and vocal. So their call sounds like, ooh, 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 ooh. A lot of people recognize that around Maine.
Yeah.
If you do that, you have a great chance of them calling back to you. And so their courtship was in February, and they're like, hey, did you make it through the winter? Do you want to have another nest? They do mate for life. And at this time, they are already sitting on eggs. So we really recommend to people, if you have tree work that you want to do in your backyard or around your offices or whatever, to wait now until October, because there are so many birds and animals that are now nesting. If you just wait till October, then you won't disrupt an entire family.
Yeah, if you come across these eggs, should you just leave them be, I'm assuming?
Yes, definitely.
So fun event happening tomorrow, which is kind of ironic because it's going to be snowing and sleeting and all of that, but we're saying goodbye to winter and hello to spring, and it sounds like a really fun activity for the family tomorrow.
Yeah, lots of crafts, hands-on experiences, we're kind of ushering in spring, saying farewell to winter, and then also giving a lot of tips of like how you can have a wildlife friendly backyard. And we love arming children and families with like, you know, things they can do to have less of a negative impact and even just bring wildlife to your yard and to observe how gorgeous all of these animals are.
They are amazing to see them up close.
I can't get over her eyes again.
Yeah.
I'll say it again. Just so beautiful.
Really
so
beautiful.
sweet.
And where can people find out more just about you? You host events, like people can actually have birthday parties, all kinds of things.
Yeah, we have so many things happening in April as
Yes.
well. It's Earth Month, so we have several Earth Day celebrations happening for adults, for families, for kids. We have April break day camps too, and then people can visit us Thursday through Sunday. Birthday parties, a great time to connect and a great way to celebrate loved ones. We have kids' birthday parties, and we've even hosted 85-year-old brunches.
Oh, I love that.
So they can find out more at thecenterforwildlife.org.
Amazing. Kristen, thank you so much.
Thanks for
I love
having
Fern
us.
so much. She's like, okay,
Fern.
my time here is done.